Good morning, Judge Shelley. Thank you for being the first one here. Asserin Odetta, thank you for being the second one here. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the brother Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs, and shout out to now my favorite channel, which is Eat Good TV. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Shout out to you. We have a very festive morning this morning. It's the freaking weekend, baby. Ha ha! Clap it up. Clap it up. You made it. Made it through another week, right? Give thanks. We're up this morning. We're healthy. We're feeling strong. And hold on. I'm trying to unlock this other computer for you. 13, 14. Okay, bam. There we go. We have a lot to give thankful for. We have a lot to be thankful for this morning. Big up for yourself. And thank you for being here. But before I'm gonna big up some people this morning, let me tell you about the top topics that we have this morning. And I got some new merchandise in which I wanted to unbox for you. Now I know the merchandise that I have on the channel right now, it's like blah. Yeah. It says something. It's just a black t-shirt that says up, up, up. But I have merchandise because YouTube doesn't have the capacity to have us create what we really want to create. So I went to outside merchants or merchandisers, creators, printers, and got some good merchandise done. Now, when I pull the merchandise out, you're gonna tell me if you like them, right? And say, yeah, SouFlo, the one that look good. No, I like the one that I want that one. I don't want that one. That kind of stuff. With that, this morning on our board, I have a video clip of a soldier beating a man with a rifle in Jamaica. So they went into one of these volatile communities, and you know how the people come out and surround the police and soldier and make noise. Why? Where you arrest him for? Where you take him for? So I seen the soldier juke a woman with his rifle, with the muzzle of the rifle, and then a guy jumped in the middle in between them, chuck off the soldier, and the soldier turned the rifle around and start beating him with the rifle, right? I'm going to show you the video for that, and then I have something to say to both communities. Keep in mind, I was a soldier myself for a whole decade, okay? So I have a little bit of experience there, and I have something to say. Also, Jackyoe, our dear brother Jackyoe, remember I'm telling us that, like the Dutch courts said, the prosecutors said, they were going to challenge the judge's ruling. Everybody was happy for Jackyoe, like, yo, he did something serious and he got 6 years. He got lucky because he was originally facing 15 years and it got watered down to 6. People say, yeah, I can do him 6 years and come out, and I hope he gets some healing and some counseling and stuff, the right type of stuff. Well, the prosecutors in the Netherlands are saying something different, my friend. They did file. They did file to contest what the judge's 6-year ruling, and Jackyoe is on his way back to court on the 15th of this month. So we're going to talk about what's going to take place next in Jackyoe's situation. Let's put it like this. It don't look good. It don't look good. All right. So all who was praying for him before, keep on praying and pray harder now because it don't look good. Jackyoe's situation. And then the controversial Kevin Samuels has passed away. I don't know if y'all know who Kevin Samuels is. Some of you might, some of you might not. Kevin Samuels is a person that, they've called him every istic in the book. Misogynistic, egotistic, narcissistic. Every istic in the book, he's probably been called that, right? But he's a brother that speaks truth. And sometimes when you tell people the truth, you get labeled. You're never anybody's friend if you're a speaker of truth. Never. Especially when you're speaking to people who that truth is their truth, like it resonates with them. The truth rubs people the wrong way. Most people who aren't ready to accept the truth. I wasn't an avid follower of Kevin Smith, of Samuel, so I didn't go to every video that he posted. But I have seen 1 and 2 of his videos. Honestly, I've probably seen about 5 in total of his hundreds of videos and everything he has made over the years. And he did speak truth. But we're going to talk more about Kevin Smith and Samuel. Keep saying Smith. Remember, Kevin Smith, the mad pastor from Jamaica. But I don't know what I talk about. We're going to talk more about Kevin Samuel's passing in a minute. Just a little FYI, I did a story not too long ago about a mother that was found in a duffel bag and she was murdered in the basement of her home in New Jersey. Real quick, me I pass this. In the basement of her home in New Jersey. What I like is every time a woman is doing something wrong, you have all other women that are willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. Every time a man is suspected or accused, he isn't even given the chance to prove himself right. For instance, Chris Brown, the female that came out and said, oh, he raped her and all that, right? Didn't know that Chris Brown had the voicemail backup stuff that she said to him and leading up to and all that, and apologies after, so on and so forth. Her own lawyer disconnected himself from her after that came out. Nobody said, oh man, Chris, I'm sorry. And I saw thousands of comments. You guys get away with this stuff all the time. You throw your whole fame and money around. You're around here raping people's daughters. You should be in prison. They're angry ever since him and Rihanna got in a fight, right? Remember, I know Rihanna spicy. Rihanna is an island girl. Don't put it past Riri. Said Chris was driving the Lambo, and next thing him know, a 4-ring flying on face. Pow! And you know the thing get heated, that kind of stuff, but lost it. All right. About that mother, it's been confirmed, my friend. She was screwing the handyman for years. For years. It's the same handyman that killed her. She told her 13-year-old son, I'm going out for the night. He's on the top floor of the house, right? She went out with a group. He saw mommy gone out with her friends, whatever. Left your 13-year-old at home by himself. Anyways, first of all, that's illegal. But people do it. All right. Came back, snuck in the house and snuck the handyman downstairs in the basement. Argument developed, got heated. He killed her, stuffed her in her son's hockey bag, duffel bag, and dragged her blocks down the street to leave her there. I remember when I covered the story, you know, a lot of, I saw some women who came over and they were like, why are you always trying to make women seem like blah, 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 blah? And I said, hey, I'm just saying what it seems like to me. Well, there's the confirmation. The story already came out and I covered it about a couple of days ago on my other channel, Hot Topics TV. And that's what it was. She did that grind off the handyman when our husband, our good husband, was away with their oldest child looking for a school for him to go to. But continue giving each other passes, ladies, and no one can correct you, ladies, but the men are always wrong. I know I'm not going to be famous and popular and loved for that statement, but I saw it go, because we're not there to look, friends. See it? All right. Anyway, so those are our topics this morning. I'm going to go big up some people from the top of the chat, and then we're going to talk. Boy, I feel sorry for Jackyoe in our way still. In our way. You get yourself in certain things, but I do feel sorry for him in our way. I want to unbox these shirts so bad. These shirts are so bad. Yeah, Top Shotter is back. Spread the word. There's a story behind that shirt, by the way. Jet Shelley, big up yourself again. Thank you for being here. Asserin Odetta, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Can y'all tell I've been in the gym? I'm feeling good, yo. I'm feeling really, really good. My foot is feeling better. Corona not have me, or COVID not have me done no more. I'm back in the gym. I'm working out again and all these kind of things. So I'm feeling good. All right. Marcia Walters is in the building this morning. King Biggs is here this morning. Big up yourself. Great goodies. Thank you for being here. Roxy21, Nikki B. June O'Brien is here. And I said Asserin Odetta already. King Biggs already. Again, Morning Farm. Rosalind Smichael is in the building. Anita Kanan is here. Audrey Wright is in the building. Right behind Audrey Minor. To Audrey. Carrie Ann Jones is in the building this morning. Good morning, Carrie Ann, and thank you for being here. Wayne Nathan is here this morning. Big up yourself. Maxine, good as gold. Senior Sexy, Lady J, Darlene Walter Riley, Marilyn Grant is in the building this morning. Prillis 123. Good morning, SouFlo. Good morning to you too, fam. And Fifield 63 is in the building this morning. Says, morning, everyone, all the way from Great Britain, my friend. All right, I'm going to inspire. Kai Tai Jai Empress is in the building this morning. Teresa Lewis is here this morning. Big up yourself and thank you for being here. May I have to big up Rash Jada. Rash Jada, big up yourself. I appreciate you greatly, even though you don't have the green, but I understand the circumstances and situations behind it. All right. And trust me, a lot of people here vouch for you too. So big up yourself, my sister, and thank you for taking the time to tune in as well. Julie Tapper is in the building this morning. Michelle Howell is in the building this morning. Thank you. I appreciate the flowers. Good morning, SouFlo and the entire lineup. And we got flowers this morning. Thank you. Divine Order is in the building this morning. Big up yourself. Shabbat Shalom. And that is from all the way from Chicago this morning. Audrey Minot's in the building. All right. Michelle Howell, we said already. Dorothy T is here. And Donna Davis is here. Jane Ander is here. I have to say that name here again. Kai Tai Jai is in Kai Tai Jai Empress one more time. I don't know. I just love saying her name. Sean Castle is in the building this morning. Seymour Bennett is in the building this morning. Trini L. Bay is in the building this morning. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. All right. Big up yourself and thank you for being here. If I don't call your name this morning, it's no hard feelings. It's still love. It's still manners and respect. All right, family? All right. Let's do this unboxing real quick before we get into some things. Mrs. Michelle Bantan, member for 2 months, says, it's a pleasure being a member. Happy Friday. I appreciate you so much, man. We're heading towards our goal, and we will be hitting it. And when we hit that goal is when everybody's really going to be smiling. To see someone actually get like a good $500, you know? Yo, you know what? The people who've been winning the $100, they don't even really it's not that they're not even pressed for money. Some of them just take the money and just pass it on to somebody else, which just to show you, man, it goes a long way and it's good people. And we're trying to do good things. All right. You can't fight somebody who are trying to do good. So anyhow, I got a couple of shirts here that I want to show you before we get into our topics this morning. See, first one up is this one. Now this shirt, it carries SouFLoTV at YouTube on the back, which is right up there. Nothing too big. It don't take up all the back, but the front of it goes like this. Let me flip that. The front of it goes like. Who remembers this? Who remembers this? Now, Danny, I don't know if Danny is watching, but I contacted Danny when all this happened. And remember the brother went, the story behind this, if y'all don't know it, this is a Jamaican man that lives in Florida here, right? Works as a security guard, right? And he's a licensed firearm holder, and carries a gun on his job as well as a security guard, an armed security guard. He was outside, because Florida getting nice. You lay down in your van, you open the door, you cock up your foot, you know, and you take in some breeze and him end up drop asleep. The baker, all right, that means Kai Tai Jai know the story. A man come with an AK-47 and put it in this man's face. The man grabbed the muzzle of the AK-47, moved it out the way, eased off him block and done the man. So when he was doing his interview, all the NRA started backing him. I was like, yo, this is suspicious because the NRA ain't really, you know who goes to the NRA. But anyways, I said that's suspicious and everything, but he became a slogan here, right? And he was like, bake it, don't let him make it. So I'm gonna bake it upon him. Bake it, don't let him make it. He was advocating for self-defense, which is what I advocate for as well. We don't go a road, go look trouble, but we advocate for self-defense, and we do advocate for carrying your licensed firearm and using it to save yourself. All right. So that was him. I'm actually putting him on a shirt. And I told him, you know, I contacted him. And that's one of the words he said. That's what he said. He said, top shotter is back. Spread the word. So I called him, right? and reach out to him and thing, and he didn't reply until recently. Now, by the time him replied, the shirt already made. But it took him like a year and change to reply to me. So, me don't know. I seen him he was making music with Mavado, and then, you know, him and Mavado had a falling out, and then all kind of something happened. And the world is very strange. Our world, them have me pegged as, because I promote a lot of Vibes Cartel music and artists that come up under Vibes Cartel, and they have it to say that, you know, Gully versus Gaza versus this versus that, and me take side, and so I don't know if that was the reason why, because he was in such tight cahoots with Mavado for a minute that he wasn't responding to me when I was reaching out to him. When but now him reach out. Yeah, my damn man want me walk on, but it's too late. So I won't be mass producing this shirt. I'm gonna just put you on a shirt, brother, and me I gonna use that shirt here for myself. All right. So I won't be mass producing this one. This one I'm gonna just stay with me, because I don't feel it's fair to make money off your image and your likeness and things that you said, and then don't split the profits with you. But you seem like it upon some other kind of dealings, because it took you over a year and a half to get back to me, which I found pretty strange. This one now, Wifey says she loves this one. I don't know. Another one I come up in the people, pay attention, the shirt them banging. YouTube needs to step their game up, because that's Uber print stuff, that not Uber print, but that other stuff that they have given us to do. So on the back of this one, it says again, it says SouFLoTV at YouTube, just right there, right? On the front of this one now. And this one is called Rebel Love, and it says, love is my religion. Zane, Rebel Love, love is my religion, right? And you know, Bob Marley is a symbol of love, and he's a symbol of hope and upliftment all across the globe. I'm not the first person to put Bob Marley on a shirt. I go enough countries across the world, and I saw Bob, me even see Jamaican flag with Bob Marley in the middle light I sell, and all these things. And I'm absolutely sure that Bob Marley's family didn't approve of it or anything. So before anybody come park up and talk to me, just know, say, I'm not the only one too. But anyhow, I did these designs myself and put them together myself and got them printed, right? That's Rebel Love. And this one was actually up on the channel for a minute, and I took it down. That's Love is My Religion. The Love is My Religion in words should have been in a different color that would have stood out more, but it goes that way. See? Long live Bob, a great king. He came, stood on his square, did his thing, and left a lasting impact. See? One of my favorite shirts. No, somebody says SouFlo. I'm sure your granny would not like to see this. Well, you know my granny love me regardless of whatever. If you don't never know, me used to go around my granny in a long sleeve. Cause you see me hand, right? And the day when she first saw my hand, Jesus Christ, why you do yourself so? Why you mark up yourself like that? But my granny always loved me. See? So anyway, I had to bring this back. I don't know where my other one went, but it was getting kind of dingy and old and stale. So I had to bring it back. I know my grandmother would not be proud if she saw me in this shirt. But anytime you somebody wear that shirt, I know so the topic is serious. All right. And for those of you who are colonial minded and you feel like we must only speak the Queen's English and only use terms given to us by those people, then bomber clot. I feel with this. See? All right. So I'm putting bomber clot shirt back in effect again. Yes. And on the back of all of them, it says SouFLoTV at YouTube right there. So nothing too big. But this bomber cloth t-shirt is the favorite t-shirt for a lot of people. And you can pretty much guess why. Pretty much guess why. Just like when my Haitians in Miami was teaching me, I grew up in Miami, you know, with enough Haitian. And they was teaching me how to speak Creole. But the only things that me know in a Creole now is like get mama, Coco Santi, and Femila Beku. and these kind of things. Give me my money. That kind of something there. All right. Lawalia, Bumba Clark comes from them. And then say one give me Bumba Clark. Eh? But anyhow, you know, my granny was a Christian woman and the church was right across the street from my house. So them Bumba Clark shirt they wouldn't fly, you know? But life goes on. This is one of my favorite. And no, it didn't come like this. I mean, put it together like this. I got the coat of arms and I edited it to make all the details on it pop. Our out of many one slogan. I will little but with Talawa. Then I got my Jamaican flag and I put the coat of arms on it and I put it in the editing machine and I went to work on it. And I'm guessing this is going to be a favorite for a lot of people because I tried this out on a white shirt before and I had so many hits for this one right there. So see, so I have it in a blue today. Oh, I can't wait to wear this in the streets of Miami. I talk about little but to Talawa. Don't have to say much. You understand what that means, right? Yeah. Well, little is a little island in the Caribbean Sea, but we are Talawa. And Talawa means powerful, unstoppable, like a runaway train. Jamaica, that for you, man. Don't know that already too. And of course, just a simple SouFLoTV at YouTube, just like this one in red. SouFLoTV at YouTube, SouFLoTV at YouTube, black and white, with SouFLoTV at YouTube on the back of this one. All right, nothing too fancy on that one there. Just when I want to step out in the streets and let people know that just hit SouFLoTV at YouTube. And believe me, these shirts work. I was at Best of the Best 1 year. This is when I first started SouFLoTV. But they are Best of the Best. And I did a skit where I was pooping, and then when you hear about that skit that get me in all kind of something. I'm going like me actually eat the poop when it was Nutella, and I had a can of Nutella sitting right next to me. I'm going like me eat the poop and stuff. So I remember a group of girls came up behind me and they were like, "Is that him?" Now, mind you, back them time, them only had I had less than 100 subscribers. They're like, "Is that him? Let me see your phone real quick." She went in the phone and she was like, and them a follow me. My boss I suddenly left them. Boss I suddenly left. So I stand up on the coconut tree. Them stand up behind me. Next thing we hear them laughing. Ew! Ah! So I know that it works. Okay. And then a little youth, I don't know what happened to him. He was with his dad, and he said, "Hey man, I watch your videos all the time, and I'm trying to be a YouTuber too." I never know if I tell the youth say other than if that's what you really want to do, then dedicate yourself to it and make sure you put out stuff of substance, right? And always don't try not to be boring. Be entertaining, but also, you know me, I get a little youth. He was like 12, 13 years old. Just I give him some input on like what I'm doing, what I got planned for my stuff. And this was like 5, 6 years ago. And look at us today, right? All right. God is good all the time. Not sometime, all the time. So this one I know. This says SouFLoTV right there. So again, we're soon done unboxing them. I have like 2 more, and then we're gonna get into our topics. So SouFLoTV at YouTube right there. Round that side at the front is the next bomber cloth shirt, but this one is different. Let me pull it up so you can read it. Because you know, when they are foreign, you see what it says? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I'm just expressing myself. All right. So for the people who are not too from the culture and don't really understand, they're like, "Oh my God, they're so aggressive. Does he want to fight?" Because I heard the bomber clock. Yo, when the Jamaicans say bomber clock, man, you better get out of the way because it's about to go down. No, fam. Sometime with us throw it in anything, right? We can put it in a soup, we can put it in a porridge, we can mix it in a tea. Bomber clock is just useful to us, right? The car going down the street and it had to hit the brakes really hard because it almost ran into the back of the bus. We're like, "Oh, clock, yo, you see that, dog?" Yeah, your brethren come tell us, say, "Yo, me get a cheap off in there, I can't take it, I'm gonna kill everybody around this mother cut." You know, your training brethren. I just said to him, brother, I don't know if I tell us, you know. And, you know, we use it all kinds of ways. So that's a good understanding of that. Don't be scared. We ain't trying to harm nobody. It's just, I saw it time. See? All right. This is one of my favorite now. This is one of my favorite. And be proud of who you are. Be very proud of who you are. On the back again, it says SouFLoTV at YouTube. And that's a little something. But on the front, then is my. I'm going to kill everybody around this mother because I can't take this like she has a horn in me. Anyway, I didn't think they were able to pull this off because when I did the design, it was like small, right? And I didn't think they were able to pull it off, but I'm surprised that it came out. So big up to Antigua and Barbuda this morning. All right. Big up to Anguilla, big up to Aruba, big up Bahamas, big up Barbados is in the building. I went name Bonaire. Cayman Islands, Curacao, Dominica. Big up Dominica in the building this morning. Dominican Republic in here, you know, even though some of them don't like, you know, some of them seriously they are European, right here, but let me tell you about them. All right, Grenada in the building, them people that I resonate with. Haiti in the building, Sapase, big up my family. Me understand Sapase and Nabule and the rest of stuff for me that I say. All right, Jamaica, of course, right there, so. And you have Cuba, right there, so. Montserrat, Puerto Rico, St. Lucia in the building, St. Martin in the building, St. Vincent in the building, Trinidad. Oh God, Trinidad in the building. Turks and Caicos in the building. So I love this one. This one says Caribbean bloodline. When you see somebody marching out with this on, you don't have to ask too much question because the shirt is self-explanatory. You might have to guess which one of these islands the person come from, but just know, say, them have Caribbean bloodline in them. And the last one for the morning is this one. Same one in blue that I showed you in blue before. Let me pull it up. You see the blue? I had to make it in blue. But it's popping in white. See? It's popping in white. Look about the color, man. See it there? Beat the snow without some nice white sneakers, summertime there and these things and outer road, we say. Yeah? All right. So, that's it for the shirts for the morning. I got a fresh batch of merchandise. Yes? And you already know, if you don't want shirt and these things, SouFLo, I want one day, you know how to link me and all these things. Let me open up this computer and then get into our story. Lovely, all of them nice. Julie Tapper says, nice one, Julie Tapper, nice one. What do you think about Gio and Ken's coming allegations? Follow my YouTube channel, road to 1,000 subscribers. Who this? I'm kind of frazzled because I reached out to an artist, a very famous artist. I reached out to. I'm not gonna even bother call the artist name. And I saw that artist a couple of years ago on a boat ride in Miami when me and wifey was out being festive. And I reached out to the artist, asked the artist if you're heading to Miami this year. Best of the best, Memorial Day weekend in Miami. You know, it's like 4 days of festivities that you can talk about for a long time to come and think. Here the artist. The artist said, I'm sure you not care about my music, so me I wonder who put you up to this or who sent you come ask me this. Man, this artist been good all along, you know. But me just said God is good, yeah, man, and bless you and send him on his way with that. If anything else develops, I'll call the artist name. But artist, me know say you watch. I don't have nothing against you, fam. And I wasn't doing too much music promotion if you pay attention to the channel, but I don't want to be petty and say, well, me know you not pay attention to my channel either, so me not promote your your music, but I saw the thing go. All right. I was just reaching out to see if you were gonna be in Miami and you was gonna turn up this year or not. In my Army cup this morning is water and lime. Squeeze a lime in some room temperature water and that's it. All right. Somebody says Bonaire is from the Dutch ABC islands of Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire. All right. Thank you. Thank you, family. Yes, Pauline Graham, very petty. The man say, I wonder who put you up to this. And you come ask me, like say, I'm gonna work with people to set him up and figure out where he's gonna be at. And you see, that's why I stay away from people. I stay away from people. I'm a father of 6. I got 6 children to live for, and I'm very family oriented, and I'm that kind of person. I work hard, dedicate myself to whatever it is that needs to be done, get that bread, take care of my family, and that's what I do. Them mix up and blender and all these he said, she said, and pick side in them war and all these things, and I don't want them mix me in them something neither. See? I don't know, maybe the man stressed out and going through some stuff, but I'm not gonna sit around and argue with him. We not tied like that. We don't have no ties like that for me to sit around and argue with the next man. If I'm not gonna argue with anybody, it's probably gonna be my wife, and it's because I care, right? Other than that, me a man not in a no tongue lashing. You see? Okay. So here we move now. Expressive expressions. Michelle Howell. Dog, get us in the car, almost run up in that back, yeah. How much for the t-shirt then, my brother? Well, I have these t-shirts are not made on YouTube, even though YouTube, I have a list here. I'm very transparent. Here's my list of all the shirts. Why how they put this on like they didn't want me to open it or nothing? Look how they did this. Yeah. Fresh unboxing enough. All right, so I have a list here of all the shirts and all the costs of all the shirts from the manufacturer. So we'll get into that later. We'll get into how much shirt costs and all that later. Right now, let's just get into the topics that we come to talk about this morning, so we're not end up talk foolishness and forget our main topics. Where do we start this morning? I haven't done this in a while. Do we start off with Kevin Samuels, or do you want to start off with the soldier who beat the man with the rifle, or do you want to start off with Jackyoe? You have 60 seconds, and whoever wins is who I'm going to go with. Are we starting off with Kevin Samuels passing? Are we starting off with Jackyoe? Or are we starting off with the soldier that used his rifle to plan a man? What in the man some ratted looking up, Bridget? Me say Jackyoe, Kevin. Let me say this says Kevin, Jackyoe, Kevin, Cure. Okay, those are trending. Kevin and Cure. One soldier. Soldier now win. Only 2 soldier there. Is either gonna be Kevin or Cure. The time is running out. You have 20 seconds. A beer Jackyoe, may I say. Lots of Kevin. Jackyoe. 3 soldiers. It's so 4 soldier. Cure, Kevin, Kevin. Damn, y'all want to know about Kevin that much? Okay. All right, listen. Let's give Kevin his 15 minutes. Okay? So a brother named Kevin Samuels. It's Kevin. It's Kevin. See that Kevin. Now Cure again. Cure again. Come to give you more again. Cure. Oh, job. Let's start out with Kevin, and then we are gonna go behind these prison walls. We are gonna go behind the prison walls after Kevin. All right. So it's done. It's Kevin. We are gonna do a good 5-10 minutes of Kevin, and then we're gonna head over to Cure. All right. So Kevin Samuels. A lot of people are rejoicing, particularly black women are rejoicing. I've seen the comments. I have some of the comments right here, and I'm going to read some of them for you. Particularly black women are rejoicing. You know, I said in a video the other morning, I said, when do I get to check you, sis? Or when do I not even check you? Because check you sounds so aggressive. But when do I get to actually tell you the truth? Or when do I get to like put the truth in front of you and hold you accountable? You know? I mean, I don't want anybody to be my friend if you cannot tell me the truth. If you think to be my friend, you have to lie to me or make stuff up for me to feel good, then please, me and you can never be friends. I like people that tell me the hard truth. I'm not one of them that's going to cut you off because you told me the truth. I'm one of them that's going to take the truth and check myself with it and make sure that what you said isn't exactly how I'm living for real. You know, some people live dirty and you tell them, say, yo, your lifestyle dirty, my youth, you need to clean it up, and them cut you off. But them gone with the dirty lifestyle, and they still live in the dirty lifestyle. You know, if you're my friend and you come into my life and you're in my circle and you see me life and you say, yo, SouFlo, me not lie, brother, I respect you still, but listen, you know, some dirty things, my boy, you have to clean up your lifestyle. I'm not going to cut you off. When you leave, me, I going to look at myself in the mirror and say, yo, you're the man, sir. And you know it too. Because we know when we're doing wrong. You know, we know when we're doing wrong, but some people just love being wrong and strong. We know when we're doing wrong, but when you have a friend that can tell you that to your face that you're doing wrong, man, you got to fix up. We'll cut them off. I'm not that person. Kevin was one of those people. He told a lot of truth. And remember, I said to you, my granny said, she said, you talk to everybody because everybody can teach you something. Even the madman on the street where you hear a rambler, I wish I got something there, man. I like him, I lose his mind or something. Hold a 5-minute conversation with him. I bet you get some sense out of something that he said. A last thing, one sentence out of something that he said. So Kevin was one of those guys. He told the truth. It was unapologetic. It was brash at times from the few videos that I've seen. It was aggressive at times, even though he wasn't the type to like that aggressive. But when somebody slap you like this with the truth in your face, so like don't pretty it up or nothing. For instance, I saw him on a video. And on the video, he had a lady call in, and the lady was like, yeah, I'm looking for a 6-figure man, and I'm saving myself because he better be making 6 figures and all this. So Kevin started asking, this is what they hated him for. He started asking her some questions. He was like, okay, it's cool. You have high standards, you have and you have your choice. I mean, that's what you choose, right? But let me ask you this. He said, have you ever been married before? She said, no. He says, okay, not that getting divorced is anything wrong with it. It happens to the best of us, but you know, whether we want to believe it or not, some people out there look at someone who's been married then divorced as kind of tarnished because you're coming with baggage, emotional baggage. Nobody walks away from a marriage, a commitment as deep as a marriage unscarred. So you're coming with some, you know. So he was like, do you have children? And she says, yes, 2. And he goes, so you never been married before, you have 2 children, okay? And she was like, so what? I had 2 children out of wedlock, so what? And he was like, chill, chill. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just asking you questions because I'm trying to build your profile to show you something. You said that you wanted only 6-figure men, and you're saving yourself from now on for a 6-figure man. This is after having 2 children out of wedlock, right? Okay, so he asked her again, he says, how much do you make per year? I'm not trying to get deep into your business or anything, but for the profile, I'm setting it up. And she said like 40-something thousand dollars a year. And he was like, okay, so you're hurting financially. I see why you need a 6-figure man. You have 2 kids and 40-something thousand dollars a year. Children are expensive. And you know, he keeps going and he's talking, and they take stuff like that as you're bashing the black woman, you're talking down about her, you're this, you're that, you're the other. He was honestly telling her that, listen, a guy that is making 6 figures, that is in your age group, he's not looking for a low earning woman who has 2 children already, ain't never been married, and all this other stuff, right? He was like, maybe if you yourself were a 6-figure woman, then maybe you could get into the 6-figure circle. Now, she was beautiful on screen, and he said it to her. He said, look, you're a beautiful woman. Honestly, you would probably be a good fun time for a 6-figure guy. You know, like hit it and run kind of thing. But to commit and stay in and all that, this is not top of their list of a 6-figure guy. And when he said that, people got offended. You know, like I said, he might have said stuff out there that was really offensive, but you're going to have to put it here for me. Out of the 5 videos or so that I've seen, I saw the man telling plain truth. So anyways, he rose to fame and popularity. On YouTube, he has like 1-point-something million subscribers. On Instagram and on Twitter, he has 500 and something thousand, and then 250,000 on another platform. So he had a lot of people that were following him. See, I woke up this morning and I saw Kevin Samuels is dead at the age of 56. And I thought, nah, this is a hoax. This is a hoax. But then I went to some trusted sources like WBLS News, right? And it's been confirmed. It was a rumor for a couple of hours, about 15 hours or so. It turns out that that is what it is. He was an image consultant, among other things. So here it is. Kevin Samuels passes away at 56 years old. Kevin Samuels was best known for his misogynistic views on women and black women in particular, was reportedly found unresponsive in his home. News of his death spread like wildfire on social media when he was trending on Twitter. Many users spoke their mind and shared mixed reviews of Samuel's passing. Here's what some of them had to say. One person says, I don't believe Kevin Samuels is dead, for the record, but me not feeling bad if if he is doesn't mean that I'm celebrating. He went out of his way to be cruel. We're not required to mourn virtue he didn't show. And asking black women of all people to show tact is audacity. Ray the writer wrote on Twitter. Another one says, I don't know why people having an opinion. I don't know why people having the opinion that if you glad that Kevin Samuels might be dead, then you're weird or something. Everything I saw about that man was him being misogynistic, fatopic, and anti-black. They even have a word for him telling women like, black women, you let yourself go after a while. You get comfortable and you start eating all this fatty food. And as you age, you know, you are among the group that age out of shape. So it's time for you to like get back in shape, take control of your health, whatever. Nope. He was being fatopic, like homophobic, fatopic, and all that, and anti-black. And he just constantly perpetuated harmful rhetoric and bigotry to incels. Who cares? Either way, TBH is what another woman wrote. Another person says, dead or not, Kevin Samuels wasn't the reason why you couldn't get a man. He told you the reason why, and you got offended. Brandon Taxton wrote. Another person says, Kevin Samuel has made a career off of shamelessly disgracing black women for profit. He emboldened the most toxic individuals to project tired and harmful narratives about black women. This is very triggering to a lot of black women, right? And harmful narratives about black women, dead or alive. What a disgraceful life to live. That's all I've got for that misogynist, Ernest Owens wrote. One more. Black women celebrating Kevin Samuels being dead is like the saddest shit I've ever seen. And I'm so disappointed in us. Another black Bomba wrote. This is, and then it says that the story is still developing, and so far his best friend confirmed that yes, it is true. I spoke to the family. He was found unresponsive. There was also a video. You know, we live in a social media world, right? And everybody have this. So in the luxury apartment high-rise building that he stays in, somebody used their camera and videotaped a little small piece off. And they heard someone saying, it's Kevin Samuels, and he is in his apartment unresponsive. Get the medics up there, something to that effect. And she described that TMZ has already reported it. Okay, there you go. Now, you know, if TMZ is on it, see, people don't understand that TMZ has legitimate lawyers and legitimate insiders, and they have reporters or people that sell them stories all over the place. They also have the backing, the financial backing to be able to do it. For instance, if I'm in the building and I videotape, say, Kevin Smith going out on a stretcher, I can sell that clip to TMZ. They might give me like 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 for it or whatever. right? But they have the backing to do that. Irie Tyler says Viagra took another one. Yeah. Well, I say the same thing for that woman in the basement. Sideman took another one. But let's not make fun of this brother passing, right? He passed. It is what it is. You're you're gonna have your opinion one way or another, and I'm not trying to tell anybody how to feel about it. It is what it is. We all pass. So rejoice until it's your turn. Yeah. I never get why people rejoice when other people die, though, unless they're like really, really wicked, because you're gonna die too. You're gonna die too. And by the looks of things, if you're the type that rejoices when somebody passes, then people are probably gonna be rejoicing when you pass too. You know, that's just the way it goes. So it is what it is. Mystic in Training says mental diarrhea topic. Okay. You obviously took a left turn and don't know where you ended up at. Don't get checked. All right. I love him. He taught me a lot. Says Telesa. If you want to learn, you'll learn, man. You see, when you're telling people the truth, who wants to learn from it will learn from it. Who don't want to learn from it, they'll find a reason to be offended by it. It's that simple. It's that simple. Just like this. When I start to talk about the soldier that was beating the dude with the rifle, I already know, and I said it to wifey last night. I know all my people thinking of. So I know I'm gonna have one set of people who are gonna say, yo, you see that boy there? Yeah, the boy there did soldier in a SouFLo. So them boy that side with police and soldier, them boy that don't know get up people struggle and all them things there. So I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say that. See, if you notice when I speak, I'm able to put my feet in both sides' shoes. Understand? And show compassion to both sides. And at the same time, still try to bring the truth, which is very challenging to do at times. But some people will only hear what they want to hear. When you're trying to better them by giving them information, it's just like me telling young black men or black men, period. I say, hey, when the police pull you over, put your hands on the steering wheel, turn the engine off. It makes them less threatened that you're going to just hit gas and go, right? Put the thing in park, turn the engine off. Stop talking and reaching all over the car like this. Because if I'm a police officer, it don't matter if you're black or white. If I pull you over and you doing all this, reaching under your seat and everything, you might get shot. Or I'm going to remove you from the vehicle where I can see you. Yeah, it's Uncle Tom's like you that make stuff keep happening. That's what they tell me, right? When I'm trying to save them. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard bringing truth to people. And who wants to learn from the truth, they'll look at themselves and they'll say, God damn, he told it hard as hell. That hurt my feelings a little bit. But he didn't lie. It's true. And I'm going to look at this and use it to fix myself. So hey, it's whichever way you want to take it, man. I'm not trying to tell anybody you must like the man or you should like the man. I'm just saying, I saw about 5 videos of his and he spoke truth in every one of the 5 videos that I saw. Some of the truth was harsh, but it was truth. And I love people telling me the truth, even when it's harsh. I might get salty for a minute, but I'm going to benefit from that truth because I know I'm a truth seeker. So I know I got my ear ready for truth and I'm willing to accept it. And I'm going to use it to change myself for the better. So thank you. Right? People want you to talk to them nice and massage them. And when you're giving them the truth, you give it like this and give them a little bit. And nah, just take the damn truth. Sometimes it hits you really hard, like a bag of flour in your face, but just take it. It's truth. That's it. Anyhow, with that said, man, RIP to the brother. He came, he saw, he conquered, he did what he did, and he's out. We'll be out one day too. All right? Death is for all of us. So there's no rejoicing. Oh, you talked a lot of shit, so he's dead and I'm happy. You'll be dead soon too. Life is very short. Make sure you use your life. Make sure you use your life to set all the things in place that you talk about setting in place that you know needs to be set in place. All right? That's where the important part comes in. With that said, the next one we're going to talk about this morning is Jackyoe, my friend. Somebody said he was very disrespectful and he doesn't have the GPS for marriage because he failed twice and still haven't figured marriage out. Hey man, I failed twice and I still haven't figured marriage out. You could fail 50 times and still haven't figured marriage out, but that doesn't mean that what you say is false or what you say is not true. Who better to teach you than somebody that's been through it, right? It's just like nowadays I tell people this. I say, y'all running into marriage, right? You running into marriage, you need to listen to some of the, I'm telling you stuff that I should have done, that I recognize now that I didn't do, that I started doing. You understand? So you going down a road that I already been down twice. I can tell you more than you know. You know, we have a saying in Jamaica, the elders them say, young bud no know storm. You see one time, you see the big eagle sit up on the treetop and the eagle say, yo, you see how the weather is setting up over there in that region? That means a heavy storm is coming. We're going to hunker down. Young bud jump out with them fresh wings. No, I got this. Don't tell me nothing. And storm come and blow them away. Right? You gotta understand. Saying stuff like that doesn't mean nothing. All you're saying is you're unwilling to learn from somebody that has experience. So if anything, it makes you look a certain more kind of way. Condescending, very much so. See? So with that said, people have all these notions. Marriage is a covenant with God, and God only knows the way. God only knows the way, and all this other stuff. No, there are people here that know the way. We're humans, and all our experiences are not unique to us alone. So a couple that's in their 90s that's been together for the past 60 years, they can tell you you're young behind and you're young whoever, how they weathered that storm. That is their life experience. And if they tell you some story, you'll probably be like, oh, hell no, I would have left. And they'll look at you and say, but we didn't. But we didn't. We went through it. And here we are today, right? So take how you want to take it, man. This God only knows, God only knows. You ever meet God yet? Where is this God that only knows? Does he sit at a table? Does he have an office with hours and a call and set an appointment? Where's this God? Because people on earth do some crazy shit sometimes and talk about God said, and God inspired us too, and God did this. So I'm wondering, is the same God that's talking to this person talking to that person? Because some evil man do some things and talk about God said, and then we say good being done, and them say God said. So where God there? God is in people. God is in people. God is all around you. It's the elders that are 70, 80, 90, that's been together 40, 50, 60 years that now generations start laughing at. I don't want to listen to them old ass people, man. As soon as you hit 35, 40 nowadays, you are elder. And this is the first I've seen this. And then I start calling you old and you are elder. And new generation don't want to listen to you no more. They don't want to hear nothing you have to say. And everything they got is falling apart. Because you're not listening to the elders anymore. You know what I mean? But hey, listen, let's get off the Kevin Samuel stuff. I'm gonna end it by saying this. Rest in peace to the brother. Whatever he was to you, that's what he was to you. I saw him in about 5 videos and he was a truth speaker to me, even though it was harsh sometimes. And some people will say, damn, you could have said it another way. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's the truth. And it came out like that. Leave it right where it's at. And I'm not rejoicing on his death because I too shall die. And I don't know when. Neither do you. Right? With that said, let's talk about our brother Jackyoe. So Jackyoe, remember people, Jackyoe, I told y'all, man. I told you. Let me put the speaker in this one. Me tell you, so them a come back for me now. And I was hoping they didn't, honestly, but they are. You know, I rejoiced when he got 6 years. And I didn't want to be a hypocrite to the victim because if somebody stub out my belly like that, stub me up, that I had to go have emergency surgery to save my life, I would hope you got as many years as possible under the law. But let's be in all fairness, you robbed the man and the man chose to deal with it and he dealt with it in the wrong way. It's a cycle. And it's a cause and a reaction, and an action and a reaction. See, because if you didn't rob him, he wouldn't do what he do to you, and so on and so forth. So you robbed somebody who was willing to sacrifice everything to stand on his square to say, yo, all right, you're not walking away with this. And as much as we say Jackyoe did wrong about that, Star, sometimes that's how it is in life. You have some people that will stand on their square and bust your head wide open and go do the time for it too, just to show you that, hey, don't play with me like that. You know what I'm saying? Some things you have to stand for. And I'm not justifying what Jackyoe did, because I already did lengthy videos saying he being Cure and all you had to lose and where you're coming from. I wish you had handled that in a court of law. This damn promoter robbed me. Get some other reggae musicians to say, yes, we came to Amsterdam too, we did, or we came to the Netherlands too, we did shows with this guy before, and he robbed all of us. Him robbed Ikamos, him robbed Capleton, him robbed this, him robbed that. Line your lineup up. These are all people that you could gather, you know, build your case, go there, fight it. That would have been more lasting and more effective than what you did. And now you in hot water, my friend. So we thought Cure getting 6 years was the end all. See? And it's not. It's not. Here's the rundown, so you have a basic understanding of what's about to take place with Jackyoe. Embattled reggae singer Jackyoe, shout out to Sleep Jamaica. Embattled reggae singer Jackyoe will reportedly return to court at a Dutch court on May 17th. Today is the 6th. He'll be in a court of law on May 17th to find out if he will remain in custody while he awaits court proceedings into his upcoming trial for attempted murder. You walking with that? He already got tried and he already got sentenced. That was on manslaughter. It wasn't on attempted murder. It's a more serious charge that carries a whole lot more time. All right. Now, when he got sentenced, the prosecution that pushed the case said they don't think it's fair. They think the judge made an error. And under Dutch law, they can fight that, appeal that, have that turned over, and have him tried for attempted murder, because they have proof that he premeditated this and he planned it. There was no self-defense, which is what he claimed, right? But you can't claim self-defense. For those of you who forgot, let me play you again a short clip of this. This is the voice note that got Jackyoe back in court now. You can't claim self-defense when they have this on you.
With some killers.
Remember this?
Brother, let me tell you a story. I'm in the middle of Amsterdam Square with some killers. I'm waiting on Papa to stab them like 60,000 times, bro, and I have the knife myself.
I'm in the middle of Amsterdam Square with some killers. It was in Amsterdam Square that he stabbed up Papa. I'm waiting on Papa to stab him about 60,000 times. That shows rage, anger, pre-planning, lay wait in the man, all this stuff. And this is what the prosecution was saying. But they were saying that, yo, with this, why did the judge let self-defense stand? There wasn't no self-defense, right? The rest of it goes like this.
I'm ashamed to tell you this, bro. I take off all my jewelry. I'm in the damn square with Penko, and I'm going to show Penko that he needs to put respect on his name.
I take off all my jewelry. Besides Cure going to court and telling the rotted judge about Google Me, you'll be very surprised, because the judge said Bob Marley is his favorite reggae singer and he don't really know any others because it's Bob him listen to. And this man that said Google Me. Besides him doing that, which might have already put some kind of bias, but obviously it didn't, because the judge ruled differently, right? This right here is the most damaging shit that Jackyoe could have ever done to himself. Right here. If you are going to, you know, in a Jamaica we have something where say if you are going to do it and done. Yeah, no long talking. Yeah, he did a whole lot of long talking, and it's all recorded. Here you are, you're painting a picture. I mean, you're telling where you're at, which weapon you have. No, nobody else don't have it. Me have it. I have the knife. He said it. I have the knife. Yo, I'm gonna take off all my jewelry and everything. I'm waiting on Papa to stab him about 60,000 times. You can't call self-defense like that. This is me, SouFlo. I talk about, yo, dog, I'm in the middle of Miami right now. I'm off the AK palm me, full clip, loaded. You see, as soon as I see him, I let go every clip and call out the person name who you're going to damage. Then go to court and talk about self-defense. No, you lay weighted him. You lay weighted him. He's gonna be in a world of.
My brother, this is stupid what I'm telling you, but believe me to God, if Papa shows up here, you will hear the news and someone will be here to make the video. My brother, I'm not lying when I tell you this. I'm waiting on Papa to fix it. Good.
The man said you will hear the news and someone will be here to make the video. I'm waiting on Papa to fix him. Good. How are you going to fix him? Well, no doubt was left in that damn video. He said stab him 60,000 times. And him end up stab the man.
And I'm waiting if he shows, brother, you will hear the news. I make no joke. And I would never send you a voice note like this for no reason. I'm not here to make a comedy show, bro. I remove it, but I'm here to start a real live show. Bro, believe me, this nigga let me work the stage and don't pay me, bro. And he's talking tough. I'm waiting on it. Bro, if he shows, you will know.
All right. Bro, if he shows, you will know. The man said my weight upon him, must stab him 60,000 times. I took off all my jewelry. I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? He make me work and pay me 15 years is what he's looking at. If this actually comes back as which I think it is going to come back like that. What they're going to court for on the 15th. Let's get this out on the 17th rather. The court hearing, which is referred to as a pro forma hearing, will see the judge review whether or not the accused, which is Jackyoe, will be remanded while the prosecution prepares his case. Okay, check it. He's already been convicted and started doing 6. They're not going to let him out while the prosecution prepares a case for another charge. They're just going to keep him in custody until the other charge is prepared. This is my prediction. So for those of you who don't understand what the pro forma is, the pro forma is pretty much like, and I looked that up too, a pro forma court session is a session in a brief meeting. It's basically a meeting to check a block, to uphold the Constitution. It's basically a meeting that lasts only a few minutes, where the judge will basically say, yes, keep him in custody, or no, let him out until you guys put the case together. Okay? And I'm taking that from the Dutch law right here, what pro forma means, so everybody understands what pro forma means. If the judge rules against his release, which I think the judge will, by Dutch law, he will remain in custody for another 90 days. And after that, so in other words, then remember, I'm getting 6 years already. So either way, he's going to remain in custody. He'll remain in custody for another 90 days before they're able to see the judge again. And then once they see the judge again, then those 90 days will actually lead up to another pro forma case and another pro forma hearing until it's time for trial. Jackyoe's actual trial of the case will probably be months from now. The hearing was prompted by an appeal from the Netherlands Public Prosecution Service on the dismissed attempt murder during his trial. Remember, the judge dismissed the attempted murder charge and went with the other charge, which was less, right? The prosecution said, we're going to fight this. We're going to appeal this. Once Jackyoe was convicted, sentenced, they had 90 days, and there's a 90-day window to put in an appeal, and they put the appeal in. I believe it was a 30-day window, actually, to put the appeal in, and they put the appeal in to fight that, to have him tried for attempted murder again, instead of what he was convicted for already. And under the law, it says that Jamaica has the same law, because there's a guy that killed the two teenagers from his farm. The two teenagers, remember I told you a story about the two teenagers that them used to go down there, go fishing, and then probably pick fruits off his farm and stuff like that. And he went down there with a machete and he chopped up both of the little youth them, and he got a life sentence. Well, the judge, they said, made an error in his case, so his life sentence actually got overturned, and he ended up getting way less time than what he had originally gotten for the murder of these two boys. See? Some people were saying, yes, farmer work hard and then they are messed with the man crops. Other people were saying, it's teenage boys, man. You didn't have to murder them like that. And then he went and bragged to his grandmother about me, chop up them blood clot. Anyhow, we kind of have those same stipulations within our laws in Jamaica. In the US, you can't get tried twice for the same thing, but this is not being tried for the same thing, really. The first one was not attempted murder. The first one was a lesser charge. I forgot what it's called. And the second one now is a more serious, which is attempted murder. They threw out the attempted murder before. They want him tried on attempted murder because they have proof, which is the phone call and more of that phone call that we don't have, which says this was premeditated. He had every intentions of doing this. And the biggest part about this is these people. So he was found guilty on attempted manslaughter, rather. That was the other charge, and subsequently sentenced to 6 years in relation to the matter. And he has been in remand since March of 2020, since the March 2022 ruling. Shortly after which, the Dutch prosecutors filed their paperwork, and to have him tried for attempted murder instead. At this point, I don't see the judge letting him out, so that pro forma meeting is going to be for nothing. He's going to get charged for this. It's in court. They're getting ready. They're putting the case together. What do you think is going to happen when he goes to court? With all this, this is a court of law. In a court of law, when the prosecution gets up and says, Judge, he planned this. He planned it and he executed it. What they're really concerned about, remember, I know this place is not a killy place like Jamaica, and their government is not like Jamaican government. Man get shooting in face on something street Monday. The government in Jamaica just say, okay, next one dead. Tuesday it happened again, rotted them a kill people over there. Wednesday it happened again. Well, I guess this is a high crime area. Thursday it happened over there again. This is not that kind of place. They are concerned about their citizens' welfare, people who witnessed it, and they're concerned about where it happened, because they're saying that now the citizens are traumatized, and you have some people who are afraid of going to the square because they're like, yo, they stabbing people in the square. You could get stabbed up in damn square. And they want their place to feel safe. Stuff like this rarely ever happens there. So based on that is why the prosecution said, this isn't anything light. This is something that we need to push for and make an example out of. And the voice note come from them. They took his phone. They took his phone. And they just like how the Klansman Wanda gang trial go in Jamaica, and the prosecution went to Digicel and went to Flow and asked for the phone records for, Let me tell you something. In today's world, you see this phone here? You might think what you do on this because you press erase history and all that, you think that gone. Everything you do on this is stored, my friend. Okay? And they can go pull it up later. Them not care if you cheat on your wife and all that. They don't care if you cheat on your husband and all that. They don't care about none of them something there. You get to erase all that. They don't care if you was watching porn last night while your wife was in the next room, or if she did that with our side man and she show him the something while you did in the next room. They don't care about all that. All that stored. But make a murder happen. Let a murder happen. Let a murder develop from your relationship and see how fast they pull up everything. Yep, because here's her phone record. Yeah, she was sending. Oh, these are grotesque to say the least. Her whole vagina is out. She was sending this to a person named Mr. Eat Good Stroke Long. Yep, and they had 17 different encounters in 1 month, period. And his phone says, and they're able to pull every friggin' thing up. Okay, so when them grab him phone, there it goes. There he was incriminating himself on his phone. He might have erased it, but his phone record didn't erase it. And then that is that. Mr. Me, Mr. Eat Good Stroke Long. Yeah, she did there showing something on feet there and skin it up that way, yeah, and put it away there. You in the next room, oblivious to what's going on. Damn, the football game. Yo, my favorite team, I lose, God. Or you like some boy in there play a video game, them. Yo, hey, what's that? And she there with Mr. Eat Good and Stroke Long. But do something to her now and see if them to pull up the phone. And then you will get to hear everything that you were doing. Well, he was having an affair too, because we have his phone record here, and he was with Strong Throat 21, Strong Throat 21, Strong Throat 21, him and Strong Throat, there they were, sending all kinds of pictures. That's his whole frontal right there. Yep, there's video clips of him stroking. There she is on FaceTime. Yep, Strong Throat 21. She that would eat and Stroke Long and him that would Strong Throat 21. So they were having an affair in this relationship. They were both cheating on each other. This is where them get all the inside information from a lot of these cases, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So just a FYI for some people that don't know, just like the people them who still going out there to go thief from people's store and don't know that cameras are everywhere. Everywhere. This is 2022, my friend. You are recorded on everything. Your computer have one camera in there will record you. And you turn on the computer, then your own computer is recording you. You pick up your phone is tracking you. You never see your phone say yet, please give us a review on Walmart on 27th and 14th Avenue. And you're like, the hell? Yo, the first time my phone did that, and it popped up my last 4 locations. You want to see me with the phone? I try to break the phone apart because I'm like, yo, the phone track me. I wonder if my wife put one track up on my phone. Because how this phone asked me to give a review for the store where me just come from. But I'm used to it now. So you're being tracked. And that's how they got Jackyoe's information. All right? Even your TV, your smart TV. Yeah, it's smart, all right. It's smart. You know what? Asarin Odetha, that's the preconceived notion, my friend. We thought we could turn it off. You think you can turn it off. They won't tell you the truth is that you cannot turn it off. Me turn it off already and me still get notification. I went through tutorial videos from people who are techies, geeks, to try to figure out how to turn it off. Went through every step, turned it off. I didn't see anything for a while and I thought, it probably works. Can't track me. I feel a bit safe. And then one day it pop up with about 10 locations. Your last 10 locations. I'm like, this thing's still tracking me. And I'm sure I turned it off. Either way, if you talk on your phone, just know that it's not erased. So that's how they got Jackyoe. Remember when he was arrested and they were putting his case together, the prosecutor did say, if you go watch the video that I put out, become in detail with my thing, So sometimes it might take me longer to come through with it. The prosecutor did say, we have his phone and we have the phone of somebody else that he was in communication with or he was in correspondence with. They're probably asking him who is Penco and who is so and so, because we can charge them with accessory. Or we'll and him start talking and him say, yo, he didn't do nothing, but he was there with me and this is him. Surrender your phone. Bam, them took film phone took. But the prosecution did say they had a few phones to include his phone, Jackyoe phone. So they were going through the phone records. They subpoenaed for the phone records from the provider and they got it. Well, we wish Jackyoe all the best. See? So we talk about Jackyoe. I firmly believe that they're going to hit him with more time. And if they do, for those who want to know, he's looking at about 15, I think they're going to max him out at. Now, to go from 6 to 15, that's more than double what he got, right? Because 6 times 2 is 12. So to go from 6 to 15, that rough. I think he did almost a decade in prison in Jamaica, and then you're gonna do over a decade in a prison in a foreign, and you're only 43, so that's like half of your life was in prison. Half of your life was in prison. One thing we know about music, see, I see somebody said he's done. He's done for. Yeah, he might be done for. He might be done for as in person, because he's not free anymore. But one thing we know about the music thing is this. You see, when you make good music, which Jackyoe does, that music will continue to sell and it will continue to earn money. And Cure is in charge of his business. He's in charge of owning things. So his money is going to keep coming in. It's just like a stockpile for him to spend it and take care of and picnic and stuff when him come out. So it's not like he's going to be coming out broke. He has a recording complex in Mobay. He can run that from prison. But all that does not equate to your freedom. You know what I'm saying? Curious a youth are like jumping at the water and go fishing and cook the fish them when him catch them, swim around them, call them the fish them when him catch them. Him like being outside and enjoying nature and all these things, and to go from that to a stage of screaming women and fans and a bag of yes man around you, to go to the silence of a prison for over a decade, that in itself, man. But in life, we make choices, and our choices have consequences. See? And we must always be mindful of that. In life, we make choices, and our choices have consequences. We can't make no excuse for no grown people. You heard how calm and collected he was. He wasn't on the phone screaming, He never had up on the phone and said, yo, me I kill a blood clot boy, when me catch him in the dance, I'm a mad no bum. He wasn't on the phone doing that. So it's not like we could be like, yo, he was in a rage, he was losing his mind. The man was calm. So I hate to tell you this, my brother. I'm in the middle of Dam Square right now, and I'm waiting on Papa to stab him about 60,000 times. And I got the knife with me. Yo, I took all my jewelry off and everything. And somebody will be here to record it if he show up, and you're gonna hear about it. And the man was calculated and very calm about what he was about to do. This is obvious premeditation. Obvious premeditation. Jane Sanders said, no, Simon didn't love being free. I said it before, I'm going to say it again. Prison can be very traumatizing. So something when me here happened in a prison in Jamaica, I say, in these prisons in Jamaica. Remember, in Jamaica, you really have no human rights for prisoners stuff. You go in there, so you got dog, name your supper. You better be bad man or align with bad man in there, something in there, then put your own eye back, which part kid Ralph them there, and yeah, wash out somebody whites and spread out one time. Somebody says spread out and all these things. We don't know what happened to Jackyoe when he went to prison in Jamaica for all that time. And Jackyoe is a little youth. He's not big enough. And you know how that go already. When people can overpower you and treat you in a kind of way and do what they want to do. And yo, you can't fight back because your arm's too short to box. Some man thump you in your mouth and knock out your teeth them and all these things. We don't know what happened to him. We don't know what trauma he suffered. And I said it before, I'm going to say it again. He came out of prison and he went straight to a stage. And he went from the stage to airplanes, to big stages, touring the world. Minus a few countries where he couldn't go. But that never stopped him from going to places that most of us haven't been. You know what I'm saying? Earning a lot of money, living lavish. He didn't have time. He didn't have time to heal from anything that he went through. So yeah, he was still institutionalized in his mind and he was still flexing like in a survival mode, you see me? In prison, when somebody take your shoes, you have to stab up that, or you have to do something, or else the next person that comes wants your clothes, and then why you braid them here, and then why you massage them back, and the next one will come, he might tell you pull down your pants because he wants some body, because he's been in here for 20 years and he's never getting out, and they locked him in when he was 20 years old, and he's stiff wood every morning, and him not see a girl again because him have 40 more years to go. So prison flex is different. You see? So you have to flex like a savage in prison in order to survive. I don't know why people think you go to prison and then you become this pretty good person and you're remorseful for what you did and then you come out and you're all renewed. No, you come out damaged, my friend. It's dog eat dog in there, so. And Jack didn't have the time to go through and process when just go through and get some help to deal with. So now make no excuse for me now. I'm showing you reality. I've seen some people before when I tried to explain this before. Some people talk about, I'm so disappointed in you, SouFlo, because here you are making excuses for this criminal boy just because he's famous. I'm not making an excuse for him, and this is not just about him alone. This could give you a wider look into people that have been to prison and done time in prison. And when them come out, y'all wonder to yourself, well, damn, I'm gone back in again. Or why am I flex up? But you have to look at the whole picture. You know what I'm saying? I'm very remorseful for the victim. I look at that victim like if it was me myself. Although I'm not try to rob nobody, because I understand that consequences come with your actions. That's what it is. Yeah, Steve Wright says, talk a bit about the Netherlands prison. He will get proper counseling in there. He will get proper education in there. It's available to them. One-on-one counseling with a psychiatrist and a psychologist and these things. So he should be all right. Now, soldier beat man with rifle. Come here, doors are open in my house and alarms going off. That means her wifey is getting ready to go to the gym. She's going to have to wait an extra 5 minutes this morning. I could take the last 6 minutes to talk about this right here. Let me show you the video. And then once I show you the video, we're going to talk about it. I just have to say what I have to say about that situation there. See? Let me find the video real quick. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the video. The girl jumping at a soldier face and the soldier chuck her with the muzzle of the gun, and then this youth jump in the middle like he wanted to say, yo, don't treat the woman so. And soldier turn the gun around and start leather him with the gun. I've never seen a soldier do all this before though, but I got a lot to say. So watch this real quick. Let me put some. You know them knives and everything already, right? Give it a chance. All right. It's not too. Oi! Oi! 5. One more time. Watch closely. All right. One bag of knives. All right. Love to see the man turn up for good things. Tashana Brown, you're probably not got too like me still, but I'll be trying to save some of y'all. So there's a whole lot of comments on here. See? Probe for what? Them should have just beat out them Ross. Okay. So this person is basically saying the crowd should just beat out the soldier, them Ross. Other person says, these people are crazy. Why you want to fight with the lawmen? And then somebody says, chill, bro. Think about the army. As in the rest, you might get injured or even get killed because of your actions. Plus, enough of them people here for go because them shots start beat. When shots start beat, them same one ball for police. Another person said, out of order and bright. These people need to allow the lawmen to do their job. So no one see. She threatened the soldier, pointing at him face. And him don't make she catch him. She said to the soldier, don't make she catch him out the road or something like that. Don't make me catch you, you know. Don't make me catch you out the road. Don't make me catch you out of uniform, whatever. All right. Here's my thing. I never understand this. I never understand how they allow people to come around like that. See? When soldier out making movements, it should be understood. You don't get to approach like this. And if we come to the community to pick up somebody, we're not just there to pick them up just to pick them up. We get orders from somewhere to pick them up, and we're doing our duties. Soldiers follow orders from higher up, right? Now, this could all go back to saying vote for the right people, and then your community will be governed properly. Pick up your phone and make the right phone calls to the right offices. Visit or video what it is you have to video, and then take it to a court of law because it's evidence. But you thinking you're going to physically attack a soldier or up in him face or point up on him face, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work. The soldiers themselves, their job is to go in, do what they were instructed to do, and get out. That's it. They're not in there. And I don't know, I've seen some people say stuff like, oh, the soldier only trained to kill people, So I don't know why Andrew them have the soldier govern the streets of Jamaica. Because soldier only trained to defend the country and go to war. And police is trained to govern civilians. That's a myth. That's a myth. Soldiers are trained to do peacekeeping missions as well as they are trained to go to war as well. I don't see Jamaican soldier going no. I don't see them deploying anywhere on no rapid deployment in and out of any combat zone. The only combat zone, and there is a combat zone in Jamaica, for sure, with our local terrorists. Allow me to tell. There's a combat zone in Jamaica with our local terrorists. So they are, in a sense, in a combat zone. Now, when you jump on a soldier them like that now, again, I'm a soldier, I'm looking to go home. I see them do it to police officers as well. Me see a man thump the police in his face and the police didn't even draw his gun. The police squared up. This is Jamaica. The police squared up and went toe to toe with him. and start kick and thump back the man, and the man a kick and thump back. Let me tell you something. So much can go wrong in that one instant. I don't know if you was a 3rd degree black belt last I met why you so brave to come thump me in my face and I'm in uniform and I'm a lawman. I would just rock off and rock you with it. I wouldn't go through all that. I'm not gonna go through all that. And next thing I know, me spread out in the street. This is what they are put up against. They can easily end up being on the other end of their own guns. Okay? They can easily end up being on the other end of their own guns. Leave them alone, make them do them job that they came into the community to do, and then you go to the proper authorities and you work it out there. See? Not to mention, enough of the time, certain people that they're grabbing from certain places, you have a bag of people run out. Leave alone, what I'm doing now, I do nothing, a good boy, all this. Well, if he's a good boy, then we'll see. If he's a good boy, then we'll see. But being combative with the police or the soldiers, it's the same thing in America. When we tell the brothers here, like, don't be trying to fight the police here. They kill you quick here. To see that soldier, and I know he's going to be reprimanded in some way by his superiors, because I'm sure he wasn't trained to turn his rifle around and use it as a bat. Yo, him connect, you know. You hear when him connect about 5 times good enough. I'm sure he wasn't trained to turn his weapon around, his rifle around, and beat people with it, so. So, of course, somebody in his superiors are going to say, yo, that's not what we train you to do, and that's not how you handle a situation, right? Do what you're trained to do. But in the field, when the shit hits the fan, all plans go out the window. It was an instant reaction for him. And what I'm glad that he didn't do, because he could have easily done it, he could have easily chucked him off, and bam! Then you would have hear, whoa, I'm kill the youth, I'm kill the youth for. So what y'all want the man to do? You don't want him fire no shot, and you don't want him defend himself, fight to defend himself. So what would y'all want him to do? And you're up in his face telling him all kind of thing about don't make me catch you out a uniform and this and that. What do you want him to do? Just leave the community and don't come back, right? So you can have your own way and do what you want to do around this up. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. I understand life in certain communities and certain places you're looked down upon. And them class everybody from around there so as no good or criminals or this or that. I understand that. I understand the class system in Jamaica as well, right? But at the same time, you can't be attacking lawmen when they come into your space. You know? I've never had a problem with one because I don't attack them. Them come, them do all one time them wrong. Them come, them do what them have to do. Me say what me have to say. You know, I was raised to be like that, like sometimes you have to keep out your mouth and hold it down and you live to fight another day or fight this another way kind of thing. But this big brawling, one bag of knives out in the street, up in the man them face. How them people here know say one of you ain't trying to distract me so the next one can pull out my firearm from out of my holster and shoot me in the back of my head or something. Don't come around me. Keep your distance. 50 feet. Stay over there, sir. I wish I could show y'all like me and my team moving, me and my infantry squad moving. I look at these Jamaican videos and I'm like, damn, I could go give them some training. I could go give them some training. But then them would have called me all kind of name. Wicked how me move. But it's for safety, man. It's for everybody's safety. Hi, sugar. You come in for tell daddy say it's done. Me done, babe. Me done. You not going to gym? Okay. And with that said, that's the end of it this morning. So somebody will call you now. Let's take this one call. Live on the air. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Soldier.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good. You're getting a call all the way from the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Ah.
Okay?
Good morning, family.
This is the first time I'm calling you. Okay?
All right.
But I disagree with you about soldiers. Okay?
You disagree.
I'm going to talk to you from experience.
Okay.
Because I've been a soldier for 26 years in the Virgin Islands Army National Guard. I did one tour of Afghanistan, and I'm a retired lieutenant colonel.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Soldiers are primarily trained for combat and other services that the Army provides for the combat soldiers.
Which includes peacekeeping missions.
Well, National Guard.
When I deployed to Kosovo and Bosnia, there was no war. We went on a peacekeeping mission. Not one shot was fired, and we didn't shoot anybody, and we didn't meet any enemies.
I'm not talking about international travel. I'm talking about soldiers when they're in their home state or in the United States. The only time the U.S. used soldiers, like the way you showed it in Jamaica, is if there's a riot or some incident where the state pulls out the National Guard, and there are rules of engagement that the National Guard soldiers has to follow in order to conduct whatever mission they have in the home state.
Yeah, but it's not combat. It's not war. It's not combat. Our soldiers in Jamaica. Okay, so but they're trained for peacekeeping missions too, my friend.
Yeah, but most peacekeeping missions that in foreign countries are different than what it is in the States. No state in America pulls out its soldiers unless it's a martial law or something like that. Now, when we have hurricane, I'm speaking about the Virgin Islands, we send out our soldiers to protect, because police officers and other people are affected by the hurricane, and sometimes they're not able to come out.
Right, so we have our National Guards go out in areas of disaster.
They don't even go out with weapons, I'm telling you.
No.
They don't even go out with weapons.
Well,
and I've been in the military.
That's to show you that things are different in different places. Because for instance, here, if there's a hurricane that hit, right, and we send out our National Guards, right, or active units, if there's a hurricane that hit here, those soldiers go with their weapons. They don't leave their weapons. We don't have soldiers that go out with no weapons.
Well,
and that's not a combat thing.
Okay, and that's to do that. But I know for the 26 years I've been in the National Virgin Islands Army National Guard, we never go out with weapons.
Right.
I'm telling you.
So we're comparing different places, and I'm showing you that different places do things differently.
But what I don't like about Jamaica is that Jamaica. Could you say that again? Because I didn't hear.
No, you have the floor. No, you have the floor. You could go ahead. I didn't say anything.
What I'm saying I don't like about how Jamaica uses soldiers or defense force is that there's no emergency situation, and they just send out the soldiers, and the soldiers are acting like police officers. When they have a police force that should primarily deal with the civilian issues. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they're short-staffed. And honestly, here's the thing. They're short-staffed, right? It's not like I think they have to do better at their recruiting process, because they have all kinds of different reasons. If you're flat-footed, if your head look this way, if your eyes look that way, all kinds of stuff why you can't join. So they're short-staffed as far as police goes. We don't have enough police officers to govern the entire island. So then what do? They call on the army for help, right? And these soldiers are there to help the police force. work joint force and work together.
But a picture tells 1,000 words, right? And what I see from what you just showed is that the police are fighting with the civilian, but not the police, the soldiers, the defense force are fighting with the civilian. And they have a loaded weapon with them. That's a dangerous situation.
Yes, it is. It is, and I agree with that part. You're absolutely right on that part. But I mean, they always have weapons on them, though. You know. I think they need to have protocols in place where the civilians understand that. That's why I said earlier, 50 feet, stay away. When you see these lawmen moving, do not approach and surround them and start with your bag of drama, or else they will take action. And then the soldiers, would have to have, which I'm sure they do, would have to have a contingency plan on which, okay, so this is what we do if we are surrounded by civilians and they start acting boisterous.
Okay, well, like I said,
but I understand what you're saying about them being armed and it's dangerous. I said that too. It's dangerous because they can easily end up on the muzzle of their own weapon. You're breaking up, my brother. I can't hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't know if you put us on speaker or what, but if you
I did not. I'm doing the same thing, but sometimes it happens.
Okay.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm saying one of those civilians can pull the M16 and whatever weapon they have and use it on the soldiers themselves. So there are rules of engagement that you're supposed to follow as a soldier. Like I said in the Virgin Islands, we never go out with weapons. We go with a baton and the shield, and we go in a formation and we go back. Different formation to keep the crowd away, but we never have a weapon.
Right, that wouldn't work there, son.
Okay?
That wouldn't work there, son. Are you familiar with
it's a dangerous thing for the soldiers to have weapons when interacting with civilians.
Dorothy T says she thinks rubber bullets or some kind of something like that will work. Let me ask you something. Okay. Have you seen the type of guns that they're pulling out of some of these places?
Yes, I know. I know. Listen, I keep in touch. Even though I'm not from Jamaica, I keep in touch with a lot of things that happens there.
No, I was asking Dorothy T in the chat because she said about rubber bullets and stuff, and I said, have you seen the type of weapons they're pulling out of some of these places? Now, the rubber bullets and stuff could be used maybe to keep the crowd at bay if they're telling the crowd back up. And you give them like once or twice only. Mama, no.
Yeah.
Come, daddy.
Okay.
Yeah, and you give them like one warning, back up, and if they don't back up, you start busting rubber bullets. I don't know. I commend the soldier for not actually firing. However, we all see that was an improper use of his weapon, though, because he turned the rifle around and he started using it as a bat to beat the man. You know, and he was swinging it wildly. So, I mean, that shows me they didn't have a plan.
One last thing I want to say to you.
Yes, sir.
I just want to give an information regarding how you pronounce the name of the premier of the British Virgin Islands.
Yeah, because I see a lot of Virgin Island people are up in arms. F-O-Y.
His name is pronounced F-O-Y, like Foy, not Fahim. Okay, it's pronounced F-O-Y, like Foy.
Foy.
Okay, Foy.
All right. Foy.
F-O-Y, Foy.
All right.
Anyway, you have a great day.
All right. Thanks for the correction. I appreciate you. Thank you, and have a good one.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
All right. So he's calling from the Virgin Islands, and he's corrected me on the name Foy instead of Foy Fayi, because I kept saying Foy in the video that I did. For them prime minister, for them premier who flex like a prime minister, same position held in their country, just got caught in the U.S. on drug charges. He was supposed to do a deal with the cartel to have tons of cocaine moved through that Caribbean island's ports. And he didn't know that he was actually dealing with DEA undercover agents, and they set him up. And the last straw was his $700,000 that was supposed to be paid up front of his $7.8 million was supposed to be in some shopping bags on a private jet on a tarmac in Miami. He flew all the way from there to Miami to come inspect the money, and he got held right there. So that's what that was about. All right. But he should have gave his opinion on that, right? But that's it. It's the end of the morning for us. Wifey probably will kill me because she gotta go to the gym and her classes start at a certain time and stuff. So I'm getting off. All right, and I want to go after her. So big up on yourself. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there. And I have some videos coming for you over the weekend. Mama, come say bye-bye. Come now. Bye. Come, Daddy. Come give me love up. Come give me love up. You ready, babe? Say bye-bye.
Tired like sleep.
You tired like sleep?
I've been procrastinating all morning.
Babe, come here.
Yes, no.
Come here. I want to show them something about the pants here. Come here. When you look on the pants here, right? What the pants I said? This pants says, "Look at my ass," don't it? When I always think so, when I see a woman wear them here in the gym, them a look smarty. Go and go build yourself and work out.
So
I love you.
the difference is when I'm in the gym, I wear a pump cover because I like being hot. The other girls wear crop tops or sports bra. And this area needs to be covered. Like I said in my videos, I can't go to the gym like that because...
Baby, not to explain yourself. You know, so I'm not here.
Me no say not care, I'm just saying.
Say bye-bye, Papa.
Bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
Oh.
She said bye. She said bye. Alright, we out. Peace.
Peace.
Round, fat in the front and round the back. That's what about.
Peace.